Hi everyone, Leila again. I'm back. I'm back with a word from the Lord, a word about marriage. Prophetic confirmation. It is time for your real love. It is prophetic. It's a prophetic confirmation that it is time for your real love. And if you don't know me, I'm Leila Wawuda. I'm always here. I come in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Like, subscribe, share my content and comment in the comment section below, and thank you all of you who have been commenting, watching, yes, and just tapping from what God has been relaying to me for you. And even personally, I also feed from many of your channels, so thank you so much. And I subscribe and also subscribe to mine. So the thumbnail photo of this particular video is my highlight couple. I love Sissy Winans and her husband. I really do. And the most interesting thing is the person that God has over and over revealed to be is my kingdom spouse is the person who introduced me to a lot of Sissy Winans music, and he also comes from a family, very musical. In fact, like their family and and the Winans family is like the same because there are so many children. There are more than 10, and all of them are into music, and they are pastors as well. And yes, so their dad is a bishop, and yeah, he's the person who introduced me to music by Sissy Winans, and I have like I think about 2 to 3 albums. And I know her music, like I know her music off head, and she has become my favorite artist. And just I've loved how God has used her over time, how her ministry has always been so impactful. And her husband has always been behind the scenes. The husband is a pastor, Pastor Alvin Love. He's a pastor as well. And they got married as friends. The husband to Sissy Winans was a friend to her brothers. Then eventually things happened. They got married. You can get her stories all over the social media, or rather on YouTube. And I particularly started listening to her music because I love listening to love songs. And this guy particularly felt that if I continue listening to a lot of secular music, considering the music I was listening then, like 4 or 5 years ago, he thought that I should have like proper music. Again, with the advantage that he grew up in a Christian family, that was a lot of highlight for me. So he brought me this music, and there's a CD of hers called, is it Purified, or I don't know. I've forgotten the name. I should have checked before coming on. But there's a song says that Sissy Winans has sung, and it says "You Are Loved." And then there's the one about the kitchen stories, where Sissy Winans is singing of a song about how her mother told her the kind of man who should marry her, that this is how you should be treated. Can we just go back to the simple kind of living? Was it kitchen mama in the kitchen, or kitchen stories, something like that? Just go check for Sissy Winans music. So there's that one, You're Loved, and kitchen. Going back into the simple days of living, where mama taught her the kind of man who should marry her and how she should be treated. And personally, the most interesting thing is my kingdom spouse has a lot of traits that every time I see Sissy Winans' husband, I see him. I'm just like, oh my God. Because I was watching one of many of Sissy Winans' preachings. I know it's a lot of work to go and follow this stuff, but it's because I've followed her over many years. So I've gathered a lot of information about her. And she was saying that her husband has loved her and spoiled her to bits. Her husband has allowed her to thrive in her ministry. Her husband did not allow her to stop serving God just because she's a wife, or just because she had kids. There's a time they even had to have their children on tour with them. And her husband is way older than her. He happened to be a friend of her brother. So, with all that mingling, I think they became friends and later they got married. And Pastor Alvin Love is a pastor. He's a very mellow man. He's more like behind the scenes managing Sissy Winans. He's Sissy Winans' manager, actually. Yeah, something like that. And I think that is what these beautiful marriages are coming to do, whereby if your wife is the gifted one, the husband will not feel lesser to support the calling that is highly exalted. The call that God will decide, I'm gonna use the wife more than the husband, so the husband is gonna be a covering and all that. And I love their story because it is just amazing. So with all that being said and done, yes, today I woke up and I was listening to a particular prophetic word, and that prophetic word by that lady, she was talking about all the things that I was telling myself today. I was saying I should start working out because I had stopped working out. Then I said I'll start doing more declaration prayers, prayers. I decree and declare. Kind of, I'm Kenyan. I don't know that you guys have accent problems. More declaration prayers. Then the other thing is prepare myself for a time of fasting and prayer, and also to be careful about the people that I'm drawing in this season, because it's a very unique season, and I should just let the old go and stay with whoever God wants to stay. And as you know, if you've not listened to the series I did, Love is in the Air, go back and listen to the part 1 and part 2. I've talked a lot about this notebook, particularly. And in this notebook, I was talking about the 3 songs that were in this book. So I didn't listen to the last song. Go and listen to Love is in the Air, part 1 and part 2. So the last song here is called So in Love by Jill Scott and Anthony Hamilton. And I just said, oh my, I said I've listened to the other 2 songs. These are some of the songs I want them to be in my playlist for my wedding, everyday dance music. I love music. So I sing as well. I try, maybe not really sing, but I try. So Jill Scott and Anthony Hamilton, So in Love. And I told myself, I've not listened to this song, So in Love. And God just said, why don't you listen to it, and you have YouTube? So I went on YouTube. So today, guys, is the 26th of May. Today is the 26th of May, 2021. In case you meet this video 50 years from now. Today is the 5th of May. No, today is the 26th of May, 2021. And this particular song, Jill Scott and Anthony Hamilton, So in Love official video, was also uploaded on the 26th of May, 2011. The year 2011, I was still in Mombasa. In fact, I think that was the year I graduated. Yeah, that was the year I graduated from school. And that was my first time to come to Nairobi, to come to the capital city of Kenya. Amelia R. If God showed you your spouse and the person is not interested, can God change his mind? That's a good question, Amelia. The thing is, if God has showed you your spouse and the person is not interested, maybe he's not gotten the confirmation. What I'll advise you is, like Adam, there's a video I did. What if he's not the one, or he's the one and maybe it's not yet time? Go to sleep. Just go to rest and let this matter be in God's hand, and ask God to filter your thoughts. Sometimes it could be you so in love with this person, and maybe it's not it's from the flesh, it's not from the Spirit of God. If the person is not interested in you, also there's personal will, there's will. Maybe he's decided not to obey God, so you can't force that person to obey God. what you can do for you is to stay in obedience, that you tell God you're willing to align yourself to His will for your life, and then go to rest, do the things that make you happy. If somebody else calls you for a date, please go and enjoy, have a cup of coffee, because I'll tell you this, I'm a human being and I love to say the truth. There are days, as much as we were separated with this particular person for about 4 years and in different continents, so I don't get to see him as oftenly, but we kept on our conversations. And the thing is, I used to tell God that I desire to go on a coffee date with a man. I was just being an honest human being, and God availed for me a sudden love out of nowhere, and it just came and revived something in me, and I felt like for sure I have something in me that is still willing to love. So if this person is not interested in you, just go to sleep, like God put Adam to sleep. Ask God to put you to sleep so that you can rest, and let this person pursue you. But if somebody else calls you out for a date, don't feel bad going. Go, have fun for sure with your boundaries as you continue praying, and let God filter for you. But meanwhile, also I'll be praying for you. So go and listen to that video I did about if he's the one, and if he's not the one, what do I do? Yes, but God will be very clear with you. Sometimes it will take time. Sometimes you could be the one knowing and he's not yet ready. Maybe God has not awakened him, he's not aware, and also he's struggling to align himself to the will of God. Yes, that is how it is, because even you think about it, there are some people who in your past maybe they liked you and you didn't like them, but they were just good people. You know, I have done that before, so I understand. So don't worry, God is gonna give you peace, and God is going to give you confirmation. And if this is not the person, if he has chosen rebellion, God has many sons. Yes, God has many sons. So I was talking about the song by Jill Scott and Anthony Hamilton, So in Love, the official video. It was uploaded on the 26th of May, the year 2011, and today is the 26th of May, 2021. A 10 years difference between these years, 2011 and 2021, and actually they've fallen on the same day. If you can go and check right now. Go on YouTube, find Jill Scott and Anthony Hamilton, So in Love. Check the date, 26th May. There's the particular one, official videos, 26th May, and today is the 26th of May. Where I'm at, maybe for you, you're about to enter the 26th or to cross over. And today marks 9 months since I started this YouTube channel. God asking me to come and post about my journey of trusting God for a spouse and all that. And I can tell you guys, I knew that this guy was my spouse way before, because when I met him, he was introduced to me by my pastor, by a pastor that I was serving in a ministry, and this guy was introduced to me by a pastor. He just said, "Hi, this is Layla, and X, this is Layla. So this is an amazing man of God, a great gentleman. So if you are looking for a friend and a brother, this is the person." Then the most amazing, shocking thing that happened is that miraculously, he got to meet my ex-boyfriend. And this is something I had never told him about for over 8 months of us being friends. And how did they meet? They met because my ex-boyfriend, his mother passed on, and because we serve in a church, we were practicing pastors. They were sent to go for the funeral. Yes, for the funeral service. And this and my ex then just opened up and started being vulnerable to this particular guy, and he was telling him about me. He was telling him that that girl is amazing. I pray that she meets the right husband and whatnot, because by this time my ex-boyfriend also had an ex-girlfriend who came back into his life, and he chose her over me, and I was okay. I just told God, if this is not the person, then you will bring the right person for me. So after my ex-boyfriend and I broke up, I remember leaving my town and I came to the capital city of Kenya, and that is where I met this guy. And it's been a journey of 4, 5 plus years. So my dear one, you who has written to me, relax. Sometimes it will take a long time. And this guy and myself have been friends. We had never told each other that we love each other. But at a certain point, we began to notice that we are really so in sync. And one prayer I had prayed, let me just be a little bit vulnerable and repeat it again. One prayer I had prayed is, God, if the next person that I meet, I know is going to be my spouse. And the thing I want is I want to meet his family in a supernatural way. I don't want anything to be staged. I don't want it to be like, today I'm taking you home. Today I'm taking you to meet my dad. No, I just wanted it to be random. And I discovered that in a span of 1 year, I had met these guys, these persons, current person, family members. I had met them supernaturally. I met the mom, I met the brothers, I met the sisters, I met the sisters-in-law. I have gone for a family event. I have been at their home not once. They are my friends. So we literally know each other, even his mom. In fact, the shocking thing is how he came and found his mom and I just telling stories and laughing, and we were really laughing our heads off. And he just came and asked me, like, Leila, do you know whom you're talking to? I said, well, somebody. Then he said, no, that's my mom. I said, what? Your mom? And that is when I knew that this is it. And by the time I was meeting his mom, that is the time they were taking a commitment to go out to serve God on a missionary mission that would require them to be celibate for 7 years. And lo and behold, the 7 years are over. So, in short, I'm saying there will be, some of us have been in a period of waiting and serious waiting. You know, this is the person, but God is asking you to be patient because He's still working a mighty work. And I was to go for the mission, but I decided to pull back because I'm Kenyan and we were going to the States. And I told God, if I go to the States and find somebody who is in love with me, and particularly, I mean, a white guy, a Black American, an African American, I will get married. So I said my intentions are not right. So, and because we were deep in like with this particular person, I didn't want us to compromise our our vows. So I told God, I will let go. If this really is to be, you will find a way to bring us together. And guys, the 7 years are over. We are still in communication, and God has just been confirming to me that I should wait. So I'm waiting on God to finish this story. I will be here whether it works or not. I'll be here to give the full detail of what God has been doing, because I believe we are helping each other. So that song really caught me off guard. I'm just like, oh my God, the dates really tally except for the years. And 10 is a special number to this particular person that God has revealed is my spouse to be. 10 is a special number for him because things in his life have happened in gaps of 10 years. In gaps of 10 years. So and this notebook, there's also a movie that is called The Notebook, and that movie, I don't want to say it so loudly. That movie really signifies more like what our story is, because in the process of this separation of about 5 years, I happened to get into a relationship, but I informed him because we are such close friends. I told him there's this person who is telling me all this, and I don't know what to do, but I'm just thinking because I've not gone out for a date. I don't know. Let me go see if we are compatible then. If not, we'll call it off. But guys, I think God did that to shake us and to test our love, to shake us and to test our love and our obedience, particularly our individual obedience. This guy that I dated for a few months, and our relationship with this guy that came in between, and I met him when end of 2019, and the relationship ended by 2020 during the Easter week. During the Easter week, there were so many red flags. There were so many red flags. Even though he was a pastor, there were so many red flags. And I remember telling God, because Christ died and rose again, please, Lord, ensure that this relationship dies if it's not of you. And this guy kept on postponing their wedding date, saying that he needed more time to know me. Of which the truth was, he's the person that most of the people did not know about. And I remember the Holy Spirit in me just told me, end the relationship. And I ended it. Then the other significant thing that happened this year during the Passover, this particular guy that I'm saying that God had shown me way back is my spouse and who happens to be my best friend. We had a conversation, we had a call during the Sunday of the Easter. So I want you to know that 2020, during the Easter period, I broke up with this person who just came in between. I was just trying to see, maybe it's me who is holding back from love, maybe it's me who doesn't want to go out on dates, but the relationship broke. But I had informed this particular person that's supposed to be my kingdom spouse, because we are best of friends, we tell each other everything. So, and he's the first person I told when we broke up, and he comforted me and he just told me it's okay, and we prayed together. And this year during the Passover, that Sunday, he's the one who sent me a link for us to have a Zoom call, and our calls can go up to 4 hours. We have so much to talk about, like we never get tired of each other, even though we don't call like every day, but there is that supernatural connection amongst us. So I mean, I think if you listen to my story, you can feel the weight of it. But what was I trying to remember? And the other thing, as I was starting this video, God was reminding me of the song by Mary J. Blige, "Looking for My Real Love." You can go search for it and read the lyrics. And God was telling me that the people that you have met that didn't work for you, that was the broken road that was leading you to the one. Because sometimes you will never know the good person that you have until you meet a few bad ones, or a few that you two didn't really work. Then you're able to decipher that I think this person has treated me differently. He has been gentle with me, just like Eliezer. When he saw Rebecca, he said, the person who is going to give me water and give my camels water to drink, and there is something I did about it. Are you gold worth? Go and find. In fact, that teaching is so powerful. Are you gold worth of appreciation? Are you gold worth of appreciation? Something like that. And God was just reminding me today that we are headed to the real love. So for you who are here and for you who is going to come and listen to this, just know you're headed to the real love. And sometimes you're in the midst of rainbows, but there's so much lemonade, there's so much lemon, and God is saying, just take all those lemons and make you a good lemonade. Yesterday, for some amazing reason, God allowed me to watch a movie on Mark. It's called High Flying Love. Just go and watch that movie, High Flying Love. It's a Hallmark movie, and it is about, you will just see the way that God has these two people that he wants them to be together, but somebody just somehow comes in between and tries to maneuver to ensure that these people don't come together. But because it's God who started a good work, he's gonna bring it to completion. So don't worry. I'm praying for all of us. I'm so awed and amazed that today is the 26th of May, and this video by Anthony Hamilton and Jill Scott, So in Love, as I think I wrote in this diary in 2016 or 2017. And looking at it, the dates really tally. And the gap is a gap of 10 years. As I told you, 10 is a special number for this particular person, because his God encounters have happened in period of 10 years, 10, 10, 10. And our dates of birth also are the same, like a 9. We are all born on the 9th. I'm November, I will not say his month. And it's something I discovered last year. I've always celebrated his birthdays, but I never knew his particular date. of birth. You see, that's what I'm saying. When the time is right, God will reveal all these things. So don't be in haste. It has taken me time to see some of these markers. I can also say another testimony. The laptop that I'm using to record this video is a gift that I got from him. And this was in 2015. This was in 2015 while we were serving at the church together. He gave me the gift of this laptop, and he really needed it more than I needed it. But for some amazing reason, he just told me that this is my gift, and he changed everything into my name and gave it to me. And I have written a book using this laptop. I have established my whole YouTube ministry using this laptop. Um, he's also the person who sent me this iPad. Yes. Um, I said yesterday, there's a video I did yesterday. I'll try and link it here. And I said, if you're very clear, you will notice that your God ordained spouse will be living the vows with you as you're in courtship, as you're dating and courting. You will see that all of you are living the vows, for better, for worse. I share with you all that is mine, except the body, because that is a special one that you reserve for after marriage. And that is exactly what God opened my eyes to. And this is something that God revealed to me this week, that all through you guys have lived out the vows you're going to have on your wedding day. And the supernatural thing is, I know my wedding vows, because my wedding vows is a card that he gave to me, and he wrote all these amazing things about me, and God told me those are the same things I will read to him as my vows on our wedding day. But before, I hadn't even seen anything. Before, I didn't have all these kind of clues. So be still and know that God is working it out for your good, and God will give you the confirmations. I've also had dreams. In one dream, I saw he came and he unveiled me. I just saw he came and just unveiled me. And there's another dream where he came and told me that without wavering, the Lord has spoken to me to marry you. So if you are a dreamer, and again, I say these things don't come from a place of the flesh. They also come when you're in a place of fasting and prayer. And sometimes it's not just about praying for the marriage, but also as you're serving God, as you get consumed in your everyday, which is hard, which sometimes is very hard. I don't want to pretend like it's so rosy and easy. No, there are days I've cried. There are days, especially when he left the country, I couldn't perform at work. My work performance went so low. I lost my job, and a new journey began for me. So after me losing my job, I was able to sober up and think of how to progress my life. But I'd say that even with the separation of being far from each other, continents apart, he still does those special things for me more than I have done for him. And I am looking to do the same back to him. And God has been teaching me how to prepare to be a wife, reading books, in prayer, also to build my vision. Those are some of the things that have consumed me. Oh my goodness. So don't worry if this person is not interested in you. Maybe he's not gotten the signs yet, or maybe she hasn't gotten the signs yet. Let him pursue you. For the ladies, allow yourselves to be pursued. Meanwhile, don't be afraid to go out for a coffee date. Don't be afraid. I did it. In fact, yesterday I was praying for mercy. I was just like, Lord, have mercy on me. There are days I did things in my flesh because I'm weak. I didn't go to a place of laying with these men, but I just went for dates. As a woman, sometimes as a human being who has emotions and feelings, sometimes you just want to go out on a date. You want someone to treat you well, and I allowed myself to. And God brought me someone. This was the funniest experience in 2018. This kingdom spouse of mine, God ordained Kingdom Spouse of Mine was coming back to Kenya in 2018. But a month before he came, I was in a very miraculous way. I met someone in Kenya. We say the shuttle bus, in a shuttle bus, and he kind of liked me, and we just did a very speed kind of dating for a month. But it awakened something in me because I felt like I had not dated for so long, and it reminded me that I could love again. So we, after a month, we lost contact of each other, but I will never forget what that experience did to me. Then my kingdom ordained spouse one day just randomly called me like, "Hi, I'm in Kenya. Can I meet you?" It was just a surprise like that. And I remember I was working at a place. That is the day God told me to quit my job. And yeah, so it's a long story, and I'm hoping to come and tell this story in its totality. But one thing I want to say, that God has has a way of creating these relationships. God has a way of creating these relationships. Be consumed in worshiping God and ensure that you guys are aligned in purpose. Because one thing, this particular kingdom spouse of mine, he's called into the worship ministry, uh, majorly music. He's into music production, playing the instruments, more of a worshiper. Yeah, with the instruments. I am also a worshiper, more of the singer, and also a preacher with a prophetic gift. But I will tell you that the moment we got to develop the best is when we got separated. I have seen a lot of growth in him and in myself in these 4 to 5 years of separation. In fact, he even tells me like, "I don't recognize you anymore." And I myself, I'm just like, "I don't recognize you anymore," because God has really grown us. God has really worked on us. God has brought out the best in us. Yes, it was ouch, but it was best. So yeah, I think that's enough. I think I've highlighted a few things. Go listen to "So in Love" by Jill Scott and Anthony Hamilton and confirm today, this particular day. If you're watching another day, definitely the date will have moved. But today, go and watch and comment in the comment section below. If you have time, go and watch the Hallmark movie called High Flying Love. The other thing is listen to the song Real Love by Mary J. Blige, because that is the song that God was reminding me that I'm leading you to your real love. Real love. It's time for real love. So I love you all. I am familiar with what you guys are going through. I have been there. I have cried. I have recovered. I have tried to block this person. I prayed him away. But for some particular reasons, he's the only guy that was steady amongst all these other guys that came my way. He's the only one who was steady, and I have seen the heart of God in him. And as I've told you, every time I see the husband of Sissy Winans, I see him. Whenever I see Sissy Winans' husband, I just see my kingdom spouse, because I'm just like, they almost look alike. That's the funniest thing. They almost look alike, and he's the one who introduced me to Sissy Winans music, and he has brought me up in the ways of God, being that he was born in a Christian home, a son of a bishop, things like that. So I'm here. I'm willing to put my life out here as God has allowed me to. I will withhold nothing. And yeah, we can continue chatting in the comment section below. I will put my details, my email, if you want to talk to me at a personal level. We can meet there. So see you guys. Thank you for you who have been watching alongside me. Go and watch all the other videos. I have done amazing, amazing, amazing teachings, and also prophetic words and dreams. Yeah. Bye bye. Like, subscribe, share, and invite your friends too. Hey, Amelia. It's gonna be well. I'm praying for you.